You just sent two of your young guys to go work with the G League in the G League bubble. What are you hoping to get out of that for those two guys? And do you have any input on, the types of playing time or anything else that they'll get when they hit the road?
No, I mean, really what we're trying to get is just experience for them. It's what a lot of young players need more than anything. And, with how the schedule is this year, there's not a ton of practice time and they're not getting minutes during the game. So just an opportunity for them to grow, play basketball. And, as far as how much they play and whatnot, I wish I had say in that, but I do not.
Eric Reed.
Thank you. Hey, Coach, thanks for taking the time. Curious about two things. One, obviously your team can score the basketball very well. I'm curious where you feel like your defense is at right now. And I'd also like some background on the player, your rookie Haliburton, who looked really impressive last night.
Yeah, to me, our defense has come a long way. We're obviously we got a long way to go still, but we're making a lot of progress in some of the things. So a big part of when we struggle defensively, even last night, rewatching the Toronto game, I thought we did a lot of things well, but we had 20 turnovers, and they again got 20-some points off of our turnovers, which was a problem of ours every time our defense struggles. So when you're giving up an extra 20 points, from your offensive mistakes, it puts a lot of pressure on you defensively. So I like where we're headed on that end of the court. We still got, like I said, we got to get a lot better, but we're making progress. As far as Tyrese, he's a very good young player. We love having him. We trust him on the court. He's got a great feel for the game. He has the ability. He's shown early in his career to knock down big shots. He was 0-4 from the three-point line last game, and then hit a big three with under a minute to go. So those are the type of guys you like out there. He's still making a lot of young player mistakes that we got to clean up and keep showing him and work with him on. But he's a very active, willing learner and wants to be great. So he's a lot of fun to coach so far.
Joe Davidson.
Hi, Luke. Hope you're doing well down there. And just how do you handle 3 games in 4 nights? Everybody kind of deals with that. Do you lighten up shoot arounds? Do you just more film? I know you got a lot of young legs on your team, but it's still a lot of games in a short period of time.
Yeah, it is a challenge to balance that, Joe. But we've gone completely away from shoot around this year. One, for the recovery part of how many games we're playing, and two, with the testing that needs to be done. These guys are having to wake up, 7, 8 in the morning, get the testing. Then if you go to the gym, so for a lot of recovery and rest purposes, we've just gotten rid of shoot around altogether. Today's film session was a little longer than normal, but it looked back to back. This is what we have to do. We don't know Miami well, and we have to, we got to make sure that we get the information to our guys to give us the best chance of winning.
Tim Reynolds.
Hey, Luke. Following up a little bit on Eric Reed's first question, you guys have gotten a lot better, it seems like, the last few days. You also are maybe the only team that's pretty much had one lineup all year to start. How much has that continuity from day to day help you? Like tonight, Spo's rolling out, I think, his 14th lineup. You guys have pretty much had the same one every game. How much of a boost has that been as you're trying to build to where you want to get to?
Well, it's huge. You talk about winning and building habits, and part of that is continuity. Part of that is culture. Part of that is having the right pieces. And Miami is, obviously a lot of their guys have been out for long periods of time. So I feel like with a team that went to the finals, they know each other well. They just need to get their bodies back, and they'll be just fine. So obviously getting Andre and Jimmy and those guys back into the rotation, I think they will instantly turn into a much better team as they start getting their top guys back.
Tony Harvey.
Hey, Coach Walton. This is getting back to the first question too. I know we always illuminate, the fine things that Tyrese do, but what is some of those flaws or some of those things that he need to work out in his game?
Well, he's a gambler, which we like, but he's got to know when to go and when not to go. He had 2 or 3 stabs last night that lead to fast break opportunities for Toronto. Some of the coverages where we're looking to gap coverages, and he's used to locking and trailing, getting up into the ball. Nothing too crazy, but just stuff that it takes reps and experience to kind of be able to build those habits and do them consistently. And that's he's learning on the go right now, and those are we're willing to live with those, but we also need him to continue to understand what we're trying to accomplish.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke.
Jason.
Hey. With Marvin's game this season, especially offensively, the way he's growing, the experience, are you guys in the spot where you're probably just going to use him mainly as a 4 and not move him to the 5 as much as you did last year when he came back from injury?
Yeah, for now, we just as we keep growing him, we really like, what he can do, and we just, we don't want to keep throwing him back and forth. And we like what Rashawn and Hassan are bringing to us at that 5 spot as well. So, like I said, Marvin's making great progress, and the more he can understand that position and allow us to play with size and extra rebounding, the better we'll be as a team. But yeah, Jason, for now, we're going to see him mainly at the 4.
Sean.
Hey, what's up, Luke? How are you? The Miami Heat, obviously, it was just touched on a minute ago. They've had so many lineups, rough couple weeks to start to the season. And how challenging for you when you look to scout this team and you don't get to see, you only really get to see them once or twice in the season. How challenging is that for you to prepare for?
Well, we get the general idea of what they're trying to do, the plays that they run. But it becomes much more challenging to defend those plays when it's Jimmy Butler out there in the action, and when it's Andre, playmaking and defending. So the scouting stays the same as far as just going over their top plays and some general themes of how they like to play. It just gets more difficult as they get their stars back.
All right, there's a couple more. Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, 2 quick things, if I may. You talked a couple days ago about some rotational adjustments that you were looking at. Have you gotten into those, and what's the idea behind them?
A little bit, but a lot of those are I plan out pregame, and then as the game's going, I readjust depending on how the flow of the game is going. But getting Hassan back in, we wanted to really look at groups we could play with him, keeping Harrison more as the backup 4. So he's get either him or Marvin out early to get one of them back in to be at the 4 at most of the game. Little things like that, but the group's playing well, so we're not really looking to do anything drastic right now. We're just constantly looking at possibilities of where we can improve that.
Okay, and he's talking about shoot-arounds. We all know Buddy is such a gym rat, and how his percentages, have gone up recently. Has this been an adjustment for him, just not being able to maybe have his normal routine this season?
Yeah, but it's an adjustment for everyone, Jason. It's like this is like no other season. So for sure, it's an adjustment for him, but it is for us as a team. Traveling, everyone that's with us, it's an adjustment for. So we just have to keep looking at how we can be most efficient with our time and what we're trying to accomplish, and be open-minded and keep working at getting better with the time that we have. So but he's done a nice job with that.
Back to Eric Reed.
Thank you, Coach. I'm sorry, one more question. We had Hassan here for years. Just wondering, I know he's been in and out of the lineup with that hip injury, but what's it been like coaching him, and how has his impact been felt by your team, and how do you project that moving forward?
Yeah, he's been great. It's unfortunate we lost him for some time there because he gives us some physicality and size that we desperately need. He's a fantastic teammate. He brings a great energy. As I'm sure you guys in Miami know, his teammates love him. He's got a playful spirit about him that helps when you're in the grind of an NBA season. So we love that he's healthy again. We love he's back on the court, and we love what he's bringing to our team right now.
All right, and we'll end on with G-Man.
Luke, any repercussions or any consequences of that knee-to-knee for De'Aaron last night?
No, he's fine. So we'll probably open up our rotation a little bit for tonight. And we've kind of just been going with 8.5 guys, and we'll probably get some more guys out there tonight, at least in the first half, to give ourselves a chance to somewhat stay fresh going into that second half. But De'Aaron feels fine.